Python 3.9 has been released, which brings forward pronounced changes to the features of the language as well as to how the language is developed. Python has thrived in popularity the last few years, and its use has exploded in rapidly evolving areas such as data science and machine learning. And Python continues working hard to keep pace with all of the new demands. Here is a run through of all the big new features in Python 3.9. Key Python update brings a faster release schedule, boost performances, handy new string functions, dictionary union operators, and more consistent and stable internal APIs. Up until this point, Python has been developed and released on an 18-month cadence. PEP 602 proposed that Python development team adopt an annual release cycle, and that proposal has been accepted. An annual release cycle means fewer features per release, but it also means faster feedback on feature testing, fewer potentially breaking changes for each release, and thus more incentive for users. The new timeline means Python 3.9 has shipped on 5th October 2020. Type hinting. This change removes the necessity for a parallel type hierarchy in the typing module, making it easier for the users to annotate their programs and easier for teachers to teach Python. We can use the list or dictionary built-in collection types as generic types instead of using the typing.list or typing.dictionary. We have came across the word generic a lot of times for now, but do we really know what generic means? Generic can be defined as a type that can be parameterized, typically a container, for example, a dictionary in Python.
Okay guys, that's a lot of information to handle, right? Now let's try some of the new features and get our hands dirty. I hope you guys will be pretty excited. Here I have older version, that's Python 3.8.6 and a Python 3.9. Let's start with string methods. We have stored scratch your neurons in str1. Now we are printing str1 after removing prefix scratch. Let's see what's the output. Yes, there's our output. Now if we try in 3.8.6, right there we find an error. Okay, sorry. Now let's try to remove suffix. Here's our remove suffix function, and here's the output. And now we are going to try in 3.8.6, and here we get an error. That's it guys. Now let's jump on to our next feature, that's PEP 584 dictionary union operator. Here let's create dictionaries. Let's first create dictionary 1 with key, let's say brand, and value Ford. Then another key model with value Mustang, and let's take another key here. Then let's take 1997. That's just some random values. Then we create another dictionary dict2 with same keys and different value. That is brand, here we take Mercedes, then class C, and release we take 2000. Frankly speaking, I have no idea what the release date are. Fine. Dictionary union will return a new dictionary, consists of left operand merged with the right operand. So accordingly, what should be the output? Now recall the dictionaries that we have created before. Here we have same key and different values. So according to the new feature, if a key appears in both the dictionaries, then only the contents of right hand operand will be displayed. So the right hand operand, that's dict2, will win, and the contents of dict2 will be displayed as an output. And yes, if we try this in older version, we obviously encounter an error. Now we will try with augmented assignment operator, and it behaves identically to update method. Now we will print dict1, and yeah, here's our output. Now I will show you the actual merging of dictionaries using the operators. Here we will take the dictionary 1 same as it is, then we will take dictionary 2 and change the keys. That's brand will become brand 2, model will become model 2, and here I have taken released. Okay, now using the merge operator, using the pipe operator, dictionary 1 pipe operator dictionary 2. See, here we get dictionaries merged. As I mentioned before, dictionary union will return a new dictionary consisting of left operand merged with the right operand. Now we try using the augmented assignment operator, and here we display dictionary 1 and we get the merged dictionaries.
Interpreter improvements are now available in the Python 3.9. PEP 615, the IANA time zone database, is now present in the standard library in the zone info module. A new module, GraphLib, was added that contains the GraphLib topological sorter class. We hope you enjoyed our video. Comment below your suggestions and queries. Keep watching our videos. Give a scratch to your neurons. Like, share and subscribe to our channel. Till then, lots of love to our big tech fam.